Good afternoon and welcome to Walton Hall Park, where Everton could go above Manchester United in the Barclays Women's Super League table with victory this afternoon. Few people would have expected the Toffees to be within touching distance of the visitors, even at this early stage of the campaign. And it's a cause aided by a sickness bug that has swept through the Manchester United camp, denying them of the services of several key players today, including Leah Galton, Hayley Ladd and Brazil striker Jace. How desperate are United to bounce back from that Champions League defeat to PSG in midweek that has denied them a place in the group stages of Europe's premier competition. Now, of course, there will be a minute's silence ahead of this match in memory of Sir Bobby Charlton, a true servant and one of England's and Manchester United's greatest ever players, who sadly passed away yesterday at the age of 86 years. And the team news: Everton, 2 changes from the Merseyside derby. Lucy Hope could be out for 6 to 8 weeks with the ankle injury she sustained. In comes Claire Wheeler for her. And fit again Dutch striker Katia Snoyes makes her first start of the season in place of Emma Bissell, who drops to the bench. And United, that sickness bug I mentioned, contributes to 3 changes from the PSG game, as Nikita Paris and Hinata Miyazawa replace Jace and Leah Galton. And Lucia Garcia comes in for Lisa Nelson, who is on the bench. United have just 5 outfield subs available. How Everton needed that first win of the season in the Merseyside derby, their first points on the board. Manchester United without a win in 4 in all competitions now since that opening day. Last gasp 2-1 win away at Aston Villa. And a wreath will be laid by the Manchester United captain Katie Zellam.
He famously won the World Cup in 1966 with his country and lifted 3 league titles.
England's World Cup winner of 1966, a European Cup winner with Manchester United in his 17 glorious years with the club, Bobby Charlton.
In tribute to Sir Bobby Charlton.
One of the greatest servants to the English game. There will be a full tribute paid by all of football after the international break. But for now, a 1-minute silence at Walton Hall Park. Perfectly observed 1-minute silence for Sir Bobby Charlton at a sold-out Walton Hall Park. Not far to travel for those Manchester United fans. Mark Skinner, the Man United boss, saying his team are even more determined now for a successful season in the WSL on the back of that Champions League exit in midweek. And how they could do with what would be only their 2nd win of the season this afternoon. Everton also looking for their 2nd win, trying to follow up that victory at Anfield last time out with what would be a first ever WSL win over Manchester United in the 8 games to date in the top flight. 6 wins for United and 2 draws. Van Havermaet with the long ball forward for Everton. It was a blistering start in that Merseyside derby by Liverpool, really, but Everton recovered to win it. Recovered from the loss of Lucy Hope after just 11 seconds. She was left with that injury which saw her had to hobble off. Real blow for Everton, but they've started brightly here. Katrine Veit, the Danish international, number 2. United win it back. Miyazawa, the Golden Boot winner at the World Cup. What a campaign she had for Japan. And she wins it back here for United. Finds Riviere, an Olympic gold medalist with Canada back in 2021. Starting in the right back position, Hannah Blundell has shuffled across to the left, of course, given the absence of Gabby George, who sustained an ACL just the 9th minute of last week's match against Leicester. She has since undergone surgery. Mark Skinner saying this week that the player they signed from Everton this summer could be out for 12 months. It's heartbreaking to hear that. We, of course, all wish her well in her recovery. Such a shame for her to sustain such a serious injury so early in her Manchester United career. United with Mary Earps in goal, of course. Riviere, Letizia, Turner and Blundell across the back line. Ella Toon and Katie Zellum, the England internationals, ahead of them. And then Lucia Garcia, Hinata Miyazawa, Melvin Mallard, who's enjoying a bit of a goal spree for United since signing the France international. And Nikita Paris, a former Everton player, up top this afternoon. United on the break here, and Mallard is among those lurking in the 6-yard box. But she isn't picked out, and Everton tried to clear their lines, but United pick it up straight away. Riviere takes the tumble, but recovers quickly and plays it back to Turner. Letizia. Out to Riviere, who keeps it in. Millie Turner strides forward. It's hooked out to Riviere, who's been heavily involved in this opening 3 minutes. She takes it beyond. Wheeler does really well here. Great footwork from Jade Riviere. Still going. Wheeler holds firm, gets a foot in and wins it back. She really impressed Claire Wheeler when she came on against Liverpool last week. And she's found Sorensen. Turner tries to get close, but Sorensen gets the cross and it flicks up off Turner. Zellum goes back to Earps, the Everton lineup. Courtney Brosnan in goal, another player who had a fine Merseyside derby. Natalie Bjorn, Megan Finnegan, the captain, and Katrine Veit, the back 3. Ahead of them, Heather Payne, Justine Van Havermaet, Aurora Galley and Claire Wheeler. And then Hannah Bennison behind Nicoline Sorensen and Katia Snoyce. Such an important game for both these clubs. You feel the pressure slightly more on Mark Skinner and Manchester United, given the expectations, given the European exits. They started brightly. Riviere with the low cross in, and it drops to Mallard, who struck the woodwork, and she's in for the rebound as well, but Brosnan gets there. What an opportunity for Manchester United. She hit it so hard, but didn't quite get the accuracy on it. Brought it down well. Oh, in fact, it was off of Finnegan's head. I thought it had come off the woodwork. Great defending by Megan Finnegan, who has had a superb start to the season and got a vital block there on Mallard's shot. Low effort from Miyazawa, and Brosnan gets down to smother that. Frantic few moments. Now, so Miyazawa kept that low, but not hard enough to cause Brosnan too many issues. United come again. Miyazawa cuts back inside, goes with the left boot over the bar onto the top of the net. Twice in the space of a minute. Miyazawa coming close. Well, Mark Skinner said he wanted to see a response to that PSG defeat. He's certainly seen it in this opening 5 minutes. Miyazawa picks it up in the middle of the park. Mark Skinner himself has a good record against Everton in his time as a WSL manager with both Birmingham and Manchester United. 7 games played without defeat against them. United come again with Lucia Garcia, who's had a really decent opening on that left side of the pitch. Riviere causing problems down the right. Garcia making inroads down the left-hand channel too. Everton having to defend from both sides of the pitch. Low ball in, Mallard was there again on the edge of the 6-yard box as Blundell got the cross in. Toon with the throw in to Mallard, who plays it back to the England international. She plays a 1-2 with Garcia, just gets to the return. Everton just can't win the ball back at the moment, but they have done now. Sorensen is forced back by Turner. Sorensen has it again, finds Van Havermelt. As Belgium have a big week ahead with a double-header against England. The international break coming up, of course. And it is Belgium who rather surprisingly lead Group A. Serena Wiegman's Lionesses looking to respond from that defeat to Netherlands last time out. They play Belgium at the King Power next Friday, this coming Friday, before heading out to Leuven for the return. Wheeler finds Sorensen. Sorensen with the cross onto, well, it was a cross shot which glanced off the angle and onto the roof of the net. I think she meant that. She saw that gap just above Ertz and tried to catch out the England stopper, but didn't quite get the angles right. Manchester United have, of course, gone behind in every match they played this season. 3 in the WSL, 2 in the Champions League. They haven't lost any of them except for that PSG defeat in midweek. They came back to beat Aston Villa on the opening day with Rachel Williams' goal in the 2nd minute of added time. And they also got a 2-2 draw against Arsenal and came back for that 1-1 draw with Leicester last time out. They've only led for about 15 minutes of the season. Riviere. Again, great footwork from the Canada international. And now it's with Zellum. He put too much on the pass to Riviere, but she will keep it in. With Cizia. Goes for the low ball to Paris, who read the intention really well and wins United. Well, in fact, it's gone the other way. It's an Everton throw. Nikita Paris came through the youth academy at Everton after graduating from Kingsley United. Spent 4 seasons here as a senior international too, having made her debut aged just 16 way back in May 2010. Very much a Manchester United player, of course, Nikita Paris. Letizia goes long to Mallard. It's gone over her and it will drop to Paris. Van Havermaet turns but is blocked by Riviere. Interesting to hear the Everton manager Brian Sorensen say he felt his team played really well actually in this fixture last season, despite the fact they lost 3-0 at home to Manchester United. He felt the performance that day was good from his side. He said United were just ruthless, and that's something that his team have to try and work on in offensive situations to make their chances count. They've not really had the opportunity to create a chance so far this afternoon. Wheeler. Vi again. The two WSL matches last season ended in that 3-0 defeat almost exactly a year ago on the 30th of October. Here, when Nikita Paris, Leah Galton and Hayley Ladd were all on the score sheet. Galton and Ladd not available today. And the return fixture in February was a goalless draw at Leigh Sports Village. There was a 4-2 win in the Continental Cup for United here last season. And United are going to be in Everton's Conti Cup group again, having exited the Champions League before the group stage. The draw had determined that if that were to happen, they would drop into Group B with the likes of Liverpool and Everton. And that will now happen. Fixture dates, I don't believe, yet confirmed for United, but these teams will meet in the League Cup. Here comes Sorensen for Everton. She's got plenty of space. Can she get the shot away? She does, but it's over the bar. Did it clip up off a United boot? Well, at one point, she looked like she had so much time and space. Letizia did well to get back, but it didn't glance off the England centre-back. Just went over the bar from Sorensen, but Everton's first chance of the afternoon, just over 12 minutes played. It had been all Manchester United until that point. Zeller, back to Turner. Riviere gets there ahead of Wheeler. Does well to hold on to it. Wheeler gets a vital interception and it's behind for a United corner. She's had a really good start, has Jade Riviere, in the opening 13 minutes of this game. Been a real live wire down this right-hand flank. Signed back in January. Her first professional deal, in fact, signing a 2.5-year deal with Manchester United, the team she's supported all her life. She's won United this corner, but it's headed away by Van Havermaet. Bjorn gets there, but heads it back to Mallard, who glances the header in. Melvine Mallard has given Manchester United the lead at Walton Hall Park. The 23-year-old Frenchwoman has made a real impact since signing for the Red Devils. She can score all sorts of goals. Such an instinctive player. And when she got the sniff of goal here, she was not going to miss. Sends the fans behind that goal into raptures. United lead at Walton Hall Park. They have the response to the Champions League exit that Mark Skinner demanded. They have not found themselves in a leading position at all often this season. Mallard did put them ahead briefly in that Arsenal fixture before the Gunners equalised right at the death. Rachel Williams put them ahead in the second minute of added time on the opening weekend against Aston Villa. But other than those two occasions, they've been chasing the game. They have a rare lead. Long time to hold on though. Plenty of time for Everton to work their way back into it, but it has been pretty much all Manchester United in this first quarter of an hour. And they sense the opportunity for a quick fire double here. Riviere again trying to turn Wheeler inside out. Zellum left it for Letizia, who sends it deep to Garcia. Garcia's pass to Zellum is snuffed out by Snoyce, but she wins it back to the Spanish international. Headed down by Paris and wide. They've attacked this game with so much energy, Manchester United. You did fear there might be some tired limbs, some tired minds after that European excursion. Then came the news of a sickness bug in the camp, ruling out several key players, and you felt like this might be a real opportunity for Everton, but United have started with all guns blazing. Brosnan to Wheeler. It's given away to Riviere. Harris is pulled up for a foul on Vi. On loan this season from Lyon, where she won 4 Champions League titles, 2 French titles. She settled in quickly to life in the Northwest. Scored in that 2-2 draw against Arsenal. Also on target in the first leg of the Champions League qualifying tie. Finished in a 1-1 draw against PSG. And another WSL goal to her name this afternoon. Harris trying to put the Everton defence under a bit of pressure, but Everton have worked their way out. Benison sweeps it wide. Everton have an opportunity here. The cross comes in towards the centre of the 6-yard box, and Earps gets there as Galley flew in. Aurora Galley. But Earps was alert to clutch it out of the air. Urizawa. Back to Letizia, who plays its Earps. To Blundell. It's flicked on by Paris to Garcia, who finds Malar. Back to Paris. Two now takes it beyond Galley. Toon to Malar. Plays it back to Toon. Gets the cross in. Miyazawa almost got on the end of it. And it whistles over the bar from Blundell. Another bright attack from United. Every time they come forward, they seem to end with a shot on goal. Blundell sending that one over Courtney Brosnan's crossbar. player wins the header. Zellum to Toon. Across to Blundell. He brings it forward now for United. Garcia knocks it in. Paris gets a touch on it. And Everton clear, but it will be picked up by Toon. Riviere in plenty of space, receives it now. Back to Ella Toon. Toon with a cross towards the near post. Van Havermaet gets a header on it. Zellum picks it up. The flag goes up. A bit of respite for the hosts. Much needed opportunity to recover themselves. As we approach the midpoint of the first half, it's flown by. Been unrelenting pressure from the visitors. Took the lead through Melvin Mallard in the 14th minute. Maya Letizia getting the header in the direction of her teammate, which Mallard pounced on and headed beyond Courtney Brosnan from close range. I felt initially it might have come off an Everton defender, but Letizia's been credited with the assist. Van Havermaet is unable to hold on to it. That's a decent challenge by Wheeler, who got there just ahead of Riviere. She's got space down. This left-hand flank gets a cross in towards the far post. Goes over every Everton head. But the ball is still alive. The header comes in and wide of the post from Galley. Well, that was a really crafty header. Well, it was Snoyce, in fact. Katia Snoyce instinctively knew what she had to do to try and direct that down to the far corner. Playing with that strapping on her right hand, Katia Snoyce has largely been restricted to substitute appearances so far this season. So bright towards the end of last season. A real instinctive, natural finisher is Katia Snoyce. Mallard, the goal scorer. Back to Letizia. Turner. Blundell. Millie Turner, who like Nikita Paris, who like Gabby George, came through the youth system at Everton. Was an FA Cup runner-up with the Toffees against Arsenal back in 2014 when she played in that final. Has been part of the Manchester United revolution ever since their reformation. Back in 2018, the third player to reach 100 Manchester United appearances behind Ella Toon and Katie Zellum is Millie Turner. Pretty much ever present in that United backline. Vi for Everton, nice ball forward by her to Benison. United get numbers back and win it back and play it back to Earps, who gets the ball away to Paris. Does really well to bring it between two Everton players, but gives away the free kick. Says referee Adam Herzeg. Vi to Van Havermaet. His pass is wayward, eludes Snoyce and goes out for a United throw. Van Havermart picks it up for Everton, gives it away, wins it back. Bit of volley tennis going on in the middle of the park. Benison for Everton. To Wheeler. Wheeler turns Riviere. This is a really enticing tussle between these two. Riviere's had the better of it, but Wheeler has shown flashes too of what she can do. Sorensen wins Everton a throw. Good little spell this from the hosts. Last couple of minutes, first real sustained period of pressure from them, of holding on to the ball, but Paris wins it back. Vi has to concede the free kick. Cynical really, but she took the professional option there. Perhaps lucky not to see a yellow card. Mark Skinner shielding his eyes from the low mid-autumn sunshine. Guided United to their highest league position of second last season, as well as to their first ever FA Cup final, where they narrowly lost 1-0 to Chelsea at Wembley. This is his third full season. Wheeler sheds this one out for Everton goal kick. Nikita Paris has been heavily involved in the opening stages here. Player who enjoyed plenty of success across Manchester with City, winning the WSL title there and the FA Cup. She's of course played for Lyon and Arsenal since those days. This is her second season with United.
Come inside. Benny, that's just a little wider. Claire, stay in. Claire, stay in. It's better. Better.
Pinching first and read it. Pinching first, Hinny there. Good.
Bjorn plays it forward to Sorensen. It goes all the way back to Brosnan. Emily Ramsey on the bench today, the goalkeeper signed from Manchester United for Everton, spent last season on loan here. Started the first couple of fixtures of the season. Courtney Brosnan between the sticks this afternoon. Like United, Everton have two goalkeepers on the bench. The youngster Libby Hart also on the bench, but they have 6 outfield substitutes available to Everton. United just the 5. Safia Middleton Patel and Fallon Tullis-Joycey, substitute goalkeepers for United. Garcia just gets there in time to keep it in. Well, in fact, the flag had gone up. It looked like a lost cause. Didn't seem like there was any threat there at all, but Garcia charged through and pulled it back just after, says the assistant referee. The ball had gone behind the byline. Megan Finnegan, the Everton captain, what a start to the season she has had. In the heart of the Everton defence. Oh, she's almost put Brosnan under a bit of pressure there as Mallard ran through. Everton get away with it. Finnegan, the only goal scorer for Everton so far this season. The consolation goal in the 2-1 defeat to Brighton on the opening day. And that winner last time out in the Merseyside derby at Anfield. The result in between that for Everton was a 1-0 defeat to Leicester, who have started the season so well. Garcia again for United and wins the visitors a corner. Heather Payne slid in, the Ireland international, to knock it behind. Garcia just ties her left bootlace. Missed the World Cup, of course, having been part of the original last 15 who decided they had to call for action and make themselves unavailable after Euro 2022. She paid the ultimate price, missing the World Cup, has since returned to international duty. Deep corner which Brosnan clutches out of the air. 15 Spain players who made themselves unavailable after Euro 2022. The dispute which carried on all year denied so many of them a place at the World Cup. And their splendid performance in the World Cup final against England, and in the aftermath to the tournament and all of the controversy that we've seen since. It is such a shame that players of the calibre of Lucia Garcia can't just concentrate on playing the game they're so gifted at. It's the French woman here causing a few problems for the Everton defence, but she hasn't managed to win the corner that she's protesting for, Melvin Mallard, the goal scorer this afternoon. Instead it will be a goal kick. Brosnan almost gives it away, but Wheeler gets there ahead of Riviere. Mark Skinner appeals for the throw, which is given in his team's favour. Riviere takes it to Toon. Back with Riviere. Letizia to Turner. Blundell. Galley gets across to force her back. Neat first time ball from Turner to Miyazawa. Garcia. To Blundell. Across the back line to Letizia. Long searching ball forward to Riviere. Too much pace on the ball and it's through to Brosnan. Vi. Van Havermaet. Bjorn. Payne goes all the way back to Brosnan. Drop to Benison. Short ball to Wheeler. Wheeler to Snoyce, back to Benison. And Mallard does really well there to ghost him from behind and win it back for United. Miyazawa to Toon. Toon gives it away to Vi. Van Havermaet back to Brosnan. Turn in the centre of the park from Benison, who has options, goes for goal herself, and Earps does well to fingertip it over the bar. Well, Benison could have gone left or right. Instead, she opted for the shot straight down the centre of the goal. But Earps was forced into action, palms it over the bar. Decent effort from Hannah Benison. You do wonder if it was the best decision though, but she did at least force Earps into a save and win Everton a corner. Benison herself will take. Having won the corner, what can she do with it? Goes towards the far post and it's glanced away by a United defender. Garcia will get there first, and United look to break. She turns on the afterburners, does Lucia Garcia, but can't hold on to it. Everton win it back. Turner gets a foot in, knocks it out for an Everton throw, which Sorensen goes across to take. Into the final 10 minutes of regular time in this first half. United have led now for 20 minutes. That's the longest they've been in front, or longer in fact than they've been in front for the whole of the rest of the season combined in this one match. To make it, they led for 12 minutes against Arsenal and 6 minutes of added time against Aston Villa. Other than that, they've either been behind or level. They've held the lead here since the 14th minute. Wheeler, probably been Everton's liveliest player, despite the fact she'd often have to be defending against Riviere, who's also had a fine first half in the Manchester United red. Blundell, all the way back to Earps. Just telling her teammates to calm it down. Snoyce almost got a touch there as Earps played it out. Riviere. Brosnan's come way outside her area to play it short to Vi. The visitors, their fans in good voice behind the goal where they saw Melvin Mallard head them into a 14th minute lead. Wheeler just manages to thread it through to Sorensen, who had strayed offside. Nicolene Sorensen, the 26-year-old Sweden international. Oh, it's given away to Sorensen, who takes a shot early. Earps gets down smartly to push it behind. Great reactions from the England goalkeeper. Sorensen saw the chance with Earps out of goal on the edge of her 6-yard box. But Mary Earps did really well to get her angles right, readjust, and palm the ball down and behind. Sorensen really working her way into the game now over these last few moments. And Everton have another corner. What can they do with this one? As they crowd the 6-yard box. Van Havermaet, the obvious target, the number 8, towering over pretty much every other player on the pitch. But it's gone over her head to Galley. It's headed back in and caught comfortably by Earps. Well, it was Finnegan, in fact, with a header back into the danger area. Everton failed to make any real danger from that set piece, so it's back again with Earps to Riviere. Miyazawa dinks it forward to Paris. Rolls it back to Riviere, across to Earps. Takes a touch and hits the clearance towards the halfway line, but it's given straight to Wheeler. Everton have certainly come into the game more in the last 10 minutes. Opportunity here for United to break though, with Mallard down the centre. She's got Riviere to her right. She tries to find her, but Vi's read it well and gets the cross. And finds Wheeler. Dennison is pushed to the floor by Miyazawa. Free kick to Everton, taken quickly. And Sorensen does really well there to glance it beyond Letizia. Strides into space. Still Sorensen gets a shot away, headed away from the danger area by Turner. Drops to Galley. Blundell forces her out wide. Final 5 of the first half, plus added time to play. Wheeler. Van Havermaet back to Finnegan. Bjorn knocks it down into the right channel. Too much weight on the ball, drifts harmlessly out for a Manchester United goal kick. Also on the FA player today, 2 o'clock kickoff, Chelsea against Brighton and Hove Albion. Brighton won here on the opening day of the season. Chelsea, the defending champions, haven't had it all their own way. And at 3 o'clock, West Ham United against Liverpool. Liverpool looking to respond to that Merseyside derby defeat to Everton at Anfield last weekend. So plenty to keep you occupied on the FA player this afternoon. And it's been a pretty entertaining first half here at Walton Hall Park. Brighton have faded a bit since that opening day, down in 10th place at the moment, ahead of that match this afternoon against the defending champions West Ham. Also down in 9th place as they prepare to take on 6th place Liverpool. But it's great to see so many teams who have strengthened over the summer in the WSL this season. It does look like an even more competitive league than it was last time out. Leicester and Tottenham, who've started so brightly. Everton do feel like they're building something under Brian Sorensen. They would hope to be among those teams in the chasing pack. I think most would still suspect it's too early to gate crash the big four. But there's potential here being built under their Danish manager. It's back in April 2022 that they announced Brian Sorensen would be taking over that summer. He was in a title race with Fortuna Hjørring at the time in his native Denmark. Here's Garcia for United. Garcia again turns a full 360 and finds Blundell, who gets the cross in, and Paris with a really smart header. Nikita Paris glancing that goalwards. Lovely build-up play from United as Garcia and Blundell combined. And a perfectly weighted cross was headed goalwards by Nikita Paris. It was a difficult position. She did well, as did Courtney Brosnan, to react and spring across goal to get 2 firm hands on that Nikita Paris header. Nikita Paris has scored 6 goals against Everton in her 8 matches for her various WSL clubs. Quite a record that against her former club. Was looking for a 7th in 9th there. Wasn't to be, thanks to the smart reactions of Courtney Brosnan. Here's Wheeler for Everton. United gets numbers in the way. Vi. How Everton would love to level things up before the break. Van Havermaet all the way back to Brosnan. Finnegan. Riviere back to Letizia. Cross to Turner. Blundell. Plays the 1-2 with Toon, and Blundell then rolls it forward to Paris. It was a little unfortunate as the ball rolled under her foot, not to be able to bring it under control. Brosnan has to hurry that one. Galley flicks it on.
Come inside.
Just one added minute shown by the fourth official. Pretty rare you see that in this day and age, but there haven't been any real stoppages in this first half. It's been a very fluid match, free-flowing. No injuries, thankfully, given what these two clubs have already experienced this season. And United just seconds away now from taking a half-time lead into the dressing rooms for the first time this season. They played well. Everton certainly came back into it towards the latter stages of the half, but United lead through Melvin Mallard's second WSL goal of the season, her third in all competitions. The United number 9 reacted so smartly to head in from close range. And we can look back at the best moments from an entertaining first half at Walton Hall Park in just a moment. Riviere with the early cross, which fell to Mallard, whose shot cannoned off Finnegan's head. Brosnan got there before Mallard could get the rebound. Miyazawa with the left-footed shot over the bar. And when Everton failed to clear this corner, Letizia got the header back in, and Melvin Mallard was there. The on-loan France international, spending the season here from Lyon. Benison with a long-range drive palmed over by Mary Earp. Sorensen also forcing a smart save out of the England goalkeeper. And late on, Blundell with the cross in, which Paris headed downwards, and Brosnan saved pretty comfortably in the end. But it was a decent break and a decent header by Nikita Paris. And with that action, we end up with this half-time scoreline. Do join us again after the break, but half-time at Walton Hall Park, it's Everton 0, Manchester United 1.
101%, which then becomes the day after's 100%. So yeah, we're constantly looking for improvements on a daily basis.
Treat every player the same, give everyone the same opportunity and make sure that they're happy.
I think to get the most out of the players, it's very much a two-way situation. You know, we have to have a clear vision in what we want to try and achieve. We have to kind of understand what the values are within individuals and then how we bring that together as a team.
Getting the most out of your players is getting the most out of your people. It's understanding and caring for them on a human level, understanding the direction that they want to
across the board to try and build the club into where we really see it wanting to go. For us as coaches that have been in the game for such a long period of time, well, that's exactly what we've all strived towards and wanted to see within the game.
That's something that we do every year, and it's not just on a yearly basis. If we can do something better
to know. I think Brighton is the perfect project. The club has such a good vision, and it's a very ambitious club. And I just think I suit here very good. So I'm really happy to join Brighton and looking forward for the next season. Very good. It's very sunny right now in this moment. So I'm really enjoying the time here, knowing a lot of new players, the staff, the club, everything here. But I am feeling very happy in the moment with everyone here. No, in personal, no, but I knew about Pauline, about Vicky, about Robo. That was some few faces that I already saw in other games. So yeah, I'm just very excited to know all of them and to learn a bit from them also. Very good, very close to us, very worried to know our concerns, very close. So very excited to start with the team and to start the league with everyone. Well, that's a good question. No, I think my main goal is to open doors for more Portuguese players coming into the WSL. I think we are very talented players, we just need opportunities. So this is my main goal, and of course have a big impact in the team and help the club to be very successful. So I define myself as
and this is get to know. I think that Arsenal has been always a great club, and now the project with women is so exciting, and this is why I'm here, because I think that we can achieve a lot of titles. Good. I think that there's a nice group, and the players are helping me a lot, and all the staff. There's a good environment to grow up and to still winning a lot. No, I know maybe some girls because I faced with them during the World Cup, but not I didn't been with them before. Leah Walty. Good. I think that not only him, all the staff is very familiar. So I think that for the people who are new, is good because it's easy to stealing in. I'm a young player. I have to grow up a lot, and I think that here is the best option, and we will see. But I only think that we can achieve a lot of titles with the team. That's our goal. I think that I'm an aggressive player. I think that I'm very brave, or I try to be very brave, because I think that it's a good thing for a player. And I will also, with the ball, I think that I'm good building up, That's all. I already say that I love it. I don't know, this goal here is very, I don't know, it's very brilliant, and I think that there's a lot of, in this shirt, there's a lot of history, and it's nice to feel that.
Welcome back to Walton Hall Park, where Everton trail Manchester United by 1-0 as we prepare to kick off the second half. Melvine Mallard in the centre of shot there with her third goal since signing for United, her second in the WSL, nodding United into a 14th minute lead after Maya Letizia headed a corner back into her path. Everton responded well towards the end of the first half, but United finding themselves in the all too rare position this season of leading a match. They've so often had to come from behind. This a perfect response so far to that Champions League exit to PSG in midweek. Garcia, who was heavily involved in the first half, down the left-hand side, finds Toon. Back to Blundell. Van Havermaet. Sorensen. Van Havermaet again. Got that all wrong, and it's easily cleared up by the United defence. Letizia just lets it trickle behind for the goal kick. Toon. Long ball over the top for Paris to chase. Vi lets it go back to Brosnan. He clears it out of play for the United throw. Garcia. Miyazawa. Across to Letizia. Riviere. Miyazawa is dispossessed by Van Havermaet. Blundell to Garcia. Garcia still has the ball. Finally dispossessed by Van Havermaet. Bjorn to Finnegan. Miyazawa wins it back, but gives away the foul for a rather obvious pull. Easy decision for referee Adam Herzeg. Letizia lifts one over the top. Paris will get on the end of it and tries to bring it back to Garcia. Is still alive. Mallard gets there, turns, swivels, shoots, easy for Brosnan. But she did well to get to the ball, turned really well, but couldn't get the correct position on the shots, and it was comfortable for the Everton goalkeeper. Payne. Sorensen brings it inside. United win it back with Toon, who finds Paris. There's a foul on Riviere. Free kick to United. Minutes of the second half played. How United would love to go into the international break with a win under their belts. Their second of the season it would be after that opening day victory at Aston Villa. Blundell picks this up in space. Rolls it out to Garcia on the left. Payne wins it back momentarily, but Garcia is too strong and finds Toon, who rattles it over the bar. Well, she can certainly hit them from there. We've seen her curl a few in from that distance. Didn't quite get the direction right on that one, Ella Toon. Brosnan's got that all wrong and knocks it out of play for a United throw. Blundell to Garcia. Mallard gives away the free kick for a push on Bjorn. Everton make their first change as Carolina Ullison comes on for Aurora Galley. Ullison, the 18-year-old Dane who Brian Sorensen has described as one of the greatest young talents to come out of his home country. Big things expected of her in the long term. Still very early days for her. She's got the best part of this second half, though, to try and make an impact this afternoon. Signed from Fortuna Hjorring on a 2-year deal. Here she is on the ball now. Finds Sorensen via a touch off of Blundell. Toon. Knocks it behind Garcia, who did well to keep it in. Went out at the second time of asking for an Everton throw. Payne. Miyazawa looked long but played it short to Toon. Toon feeds it on to Garcia. Garcia gets the shot goalwards, and it's scrambled away from inside that 6-yard line. And Blundell with the shot, which Brosnan clutches out of the air at the second attempt. Blundell brought that down really well. The referee, Adam Herzog, had to scramble out of position, out of line of the shot. And Blundell made Brosnan work. There's a drop ball inside the 6-yard box for an Everton injury. Brosnan gets the game back underway. It's out of play for a United throw, which Riviere will take. Blundell, who had that shot moments ago. Back to Turner. Blundell again. Payne looks for Sorensen. It's knocked out of play for an Everton throw, taken quickly. Ulison. Bjorn. Blundell back to Earps. Toon to Blundell. Across to Letizia, plays it through the middle back to Toon, who lays it into the path of Riviere. Looping cross, picks out Nikita Paris, who came so close in the first half. This time she will not be denied, and she keeps up her stunning goal-scoring record against Everton. So often gets on the score sheet against the Toffees. She's done so again here. Fine header from Nikita Paris. Brosnan flung herself across the goal, got both palms to it, but there was too much power on the header. And Nikita Paris doubles Manchester United's lead. As we approach the hour mark, they finally have daylight between themselves and Everton. United in a strong position now for only their second WSL win of the season. Paris trying to get in again. Flag is up against Sorensen. Well, it's turning into quite an afternoon for Manchester United. Came into this game on the back of a Champions League exit, injuries and illness affecting key players, sickness bug in the camp, laying claim to several first-team regulars on the eve of the game, combined with that really serious injury to Gabby George last time out. which means she'll likely miss the season with an ACL that she's had surgery on. The problems appear to be mounting for Mark Skinner, but this has been a really good response from his team this afternoon. Ullison for Everton. Payne has managed to keep it in. Garcia and Mark Skinner were both saying no, it's gone out, and in fact I think that is what the referee has given in the end. Says that ball wasn't kept in play. I think Heather Payne had good claim that the whole of the ball hadn't crossed the line, but the officials in the end thought otherwise. Turner with the back heel to Blundell. Zellum, too much weight on the pass for Mallard to get there. Throw into Everton. Paris. Back towards Blundell. Sorensen on the charge for Everton. Turner comes across. Sorensen tries to battle her way beyond her and wins an Everton corner. Nikita Paris' 7th goal in 9 WSL matches against Everton for her various clubs. What a record that is. Vi with the corner for Everton. So they try to halve that deficit. Still at least half an hour to play. Could really change the direction of the game if they were to get one here. Hung up at the back post. Van Havermaet gets the header on the edge of the 6-yard box. Almost drops to Bjorn. It's Bennison with the shot. Back to Bennison. She goes again. It comes off of Paris. He's down, clutching her midriff or her right knee. She's okay. There's either an offside there or a suspicion that it was a head injury which saw the play halted. Nikita Paris got 4 WSL goals last season. The last of them was in the 3-0 win over Tottenham back in May. It's her first WSL goal since then. Toon to Garcia, who's hauled down by Bjorn, who may well go into the book. And she does indeed, for that rather cynical foul. Natalie Bjorn booked. Can United put the game to bed? You would imagine with a third. Zellum, who sets up Paris's goal with that fine cross, a set-piece specialist. She'll be aware that Brosnan's left a huge gap at the near post, but in fact she hangs it up at the far post and Brosnan gathers it comfortably. Everton fans trying to get their team back into it in good voice despite the scoreline. Oh, and Brosnan almost lets this run behind the goal line, and Mallard was charging in to try and get a touch. Brosnan gets away with it. Everton throw, Payne to take. Mark Skinner in the bottom of shot, just waving United into position. Bjorn. Back to Finnegan. Payne plays the 1-2-3 forward, Bjorn, and then crosses into the centre of the park where Snoyes pulls it back and Sorensen picks it up. Vi on the charge, let's fly! Just far, just wide of that far post. Not far wide. Got into her stride and absolutely let fly. Earps wasn't sure. Thankfully, from her perspective, it was wide of the target. Double change for Everton. On come Karen Holmgaard and Emma Bissell. Justine van Havermaet is replaced by Karen Holmgaard. And it will be Bennison making way for Emma Bissell. 21-year-old England Youth International, former Manchester City player Emma Bissell. Karen Holmgaard's twin sister Sarah still unavailable with injury. The pair of them signed for Everton last summer. Riviere gets there for United but can do no more than just hoist it out of play. Turner turns and finds Miyazawa. Tries to move it on through to Paris, but instead it's out of play for an Everton goal kick. Payne gives it away to Garcia. Garcia will keep this in. Rolls it back to Toon. Toon holds onto it under pressure from Payne and tries to find room for the shot, but instead finds Miyazawa. Everton finally clear. Blundell with the throw-in for United on the halfway line. Charging into space in the centre of the area is Payne, but Everton have been held up as United get back and organise themselves. Brosnan under pressure from Garcia, just about manages to get a toe to it. Bjorn back to Brosnan. Blundell. Turner. Back to Earps. Bissell. Payne strides into space down the right-hand flank. Turner tries to get across. Payne flicks it off her boot and out for an Everton corner. 20 minutes plus added time to play. Ever Payne seeing a bit more of the ball in this second half. High five Natalie Bjorn, having won her side this set-piece opportunity to try and make the closing stages at Walton Hall Park very interesting. Hung up at the far post, headed down by Finnegan, who's always a threat in the air. Her 2 headed goals already this season, but Mary Earps was perfectly positioned and just ekes up a few valuable seconds by dropping to the turf. Earps gets distance on that. Mallard surges through the middle, but it's all the way through to Brosnan. Letizia knocks it out of play, and there's going to be another change. United's first of the afternoon. Rachel Williams and Gemma Evans coming on. 2 WSL veterans, and Melvine Mallard, who gave United a 14th minute lead, is the player making way for Rachel Williams. It's Hannah Blundell who departs for Gemma Evans. Both have put in a real shift this afternoon. Blundell and Mallard replaced by Gemma Evans and Rachel Williams. Rachel Williams, who has played in all 13 seasons of the WSL, and who of course netted that late headed winner on the opening day of the season. United's only win of the season until perhaps today, if they can hold on for this final 17 minutes plus added time. Rachel Williams was on target against Everton in the Conti Cup last season when these teams met. She has scored 3 times against them in her illustrious WSL career. Sorensen in plenty of space here. Turner gets across. Sorensen with the cross in. It comes off of Letizia into the arms of Earps. In fact, it flew straight into Mary Earps' arms. No intervention from Letizia. was required. United looking fairly comfortable, it has to be said. Everton not really doing enough right now to suggest they can force their way back into this match. Toon to Garcia. Ullison does well to win that back, and Payne mops up the loose ball and finds Ullison once more. Ullison brings it over the halfway line. And Sorensen to her right, plays it short to her. And Sorensen cuts inside to take on Evans and plays it through to Bissell. Bissell keeps it in. Rolls it back to Ullison. Decent ball by her, but United finally win it back, only momentarily, as Everton come again with Payne. Plays a 1-2 with Ullison. Bjorn drives forward towards the corner of the penalty area. Karen Holmgaard. Everton are forced back into their own half. It's given away to Toon, who hooks it over the top for Paris to give chase, but Vi gets there first. And tries to carry it away from Paris, who wins it back, knocks it into the area, and it's tapped home, is it? No, it's saved by, well, at the second attempt, certainly Rachel Williams bundles it home. Well, Rachel Williams has been on the field for just a matter of minutes. And Brosnan almost pulled off a wonder save, but if it hadn't crossed the line from the first shot, Rachel Williams made sure it did at the second attempt. And she continues her fine form in front of goal. Very much a Manchester United super sub. Whenever she gets an opportunity, she seems to make an impact. And Rachel Williams has her 4th goal in 14 WSL matches against Everton. And she's only been on the pitch for a couple of minutes. 3 goals to the good, 3 points surely in the bag now for Mark Skinner's United. It has turned into exactly the afternoon he wanted after that debilitating Champions League exit to PSG on Wednesday night. They worked so hard to get themselves into the Champions League for the first time. To depart before the group stage, a huge blow. Of course, Arsenal also failing to progress to the group stage. Chelsea, England's only representatives. But looking at the positives, it gives them more time to go for glory in the WSL. Double sub for Everton as Katia Snoyes departs for Tony Duggan. And Martina Piemonte, who returned to fitness sooner than expected, comes on for Nicolene Sorensen, the 25-year-old Italian. Who has real predatory instincts in front of goal as Piemonte. Ryan Sorensen delighted to see her available, at least in a substitute's capacity this afternoon. Those Everton subs are going to need to make a quick impact in much the same way as Rachel Williams did for Manchester United. If they're going to give Everton any hope of rescuing something here. Wheeler keeps it alive. Holmgaard tried to get there, and at the second attempt, Earps is able to watch it just sail wide of the upright. As Finnegan came in. United 3-0 winners here last season, and they've got time to add to the scoreline this time out. Keeping up their fine record. It's going to be 7 wins and 2 draws in their 9 WSL matches against Everton. Mott Skinner is set to make it 8 games without defeat against Everton in his WSL career as a manager of Birmingham and Manchester United. Bissell tries to scurry through the middle, but Riviere gets it back to Earps. Rachel Williams had been on the field for 4 minutes when she got United's 3rd of the afternoon. There is, of course, no goal line technology in the WSL. So we don't know if that first effort crept over the line. Matters not, because she was there to follow up and force it home. Yellow card shown to Riviere. Manchester United 14 goes into the book. Jade Riviere. Another change about to happen for Manchester United as Arena Guerrero replaces Ella Toon. Spain midfielder. The World Cup winner this summer, Irina Guerrero, the 26-year-old, signed in September after having spent 2 years at Atletico Madrid. Payne can't keep it in. Garcia is there. In fact, she'll leave it. Williams is flung to the turf by Bjorn. Zawa to Guerrero. Guerrero plays it down the centre of the pitch, but it's rather wide by the time Garcia gets on the end of it. Lucia Garcia to Zellum. Zellum twists and turns and waits for the opportunity to materialise and sweeps it out to Riviere, who knocks a left-footed cross in. It's headed down by Williams for a 2nd of the afternoon. Once more, Brosnan got hands to it. But once more, Rachel Williams finds the back of the net. She's been on the field for 11 minutes and she's scored twice in that time. What a purple patch the 35-year-old is enjoying. She was speaking in the week about how she just enjoys every minute of it. She enjoys the support of the fans. She says she never feels pressure from them. She just wants to go out there and enjoy playing the game she loves. And so often she's able to do that. And she's done it again this afternoon. With a quick fire brace in the closing stages. As United lead 4-0, it's turned into a thoroughly miserable afternoon for the Toffees, who had high hopes at kick-off that they could follow up that Merseyside derby victory last time out against a United side who haven't really been firing on all cylinders. But this certainly their most fluent and fluid attacking display of the season so far. It's going to lift them into the top three as things stand. Manchester United with 2 wins and 2 draws from their opening 4 games, so still undefeated, other than in Europe, of course, where they lost 3-1 to PSG in the second leg of the Champions League qualifier. Everton will be left third from bottom. Just Bristol City and Aston Villa, who are yet to collect a point behind them, both those teams. Bristol City bottom on goal difference. Garcia looking for a 5th for United. Curls it straight into the arms of Brosnan. Williams was again looking for a rebound to snaffle up. Not to be on that occasion for Rachel Williams, who's on a hat-trick, of course, with at least 3 minutes to play, and probably a fair bit more given the amount of substitutions we've seen. Everton do at least have points on the board, 3 points from that win over Liverpool. But it will be that win alongside 3 defeats so far to Brighton, Leicester and Manchester United. Difficult starts it is turning into for Brian Sorensen's side, who will resume after the international break with a trip to high-flying Tottenham on the 5th of November. United, they will be back in action at Brighton on the same day. Both managers are going to have to deal with the issue of plentiful players heading off on international duty later this week for the Nations League games around Europe. England with back-to-back games against Belgium. Scotland back-to-back games against Netherlands. Duggan, a former England international, playing it back, and it's eventually finds itself out on the left-hand side with Vi, who receives it back. Wheeler gets a touch to prevent Paris from charging through, and it will be a Manchester United throw. Which Riviere takes. Everton fans still cheering their team on. It's a lost cause in terms of getting any points from this game, but they'd love to see a consolation goal. They certainly don't want to see a 5th go in at this end. But United have numbers forward. Miyazawa chips it into the centre of the area. Everton clear. Drops to Guerrero, who feigned for these shots and instead played a beautiful pass through to Paris, whose low shot cannons off Finnegan for a United corner in the final minute of the 90. Zellum to take. She can certainly cause problems from corners, can't she? Remember the time she scored twice in one game from a corner, from 2 corners against Leicester back in 2021. What can she do here? Well, goes short to Miyazawa. Plays it back to Garcia, who had stayed, or in fact strayed offside. 4 minutes of added time to play. Just about the shortest amount you'll see in this day and age. You'd imagine Everton aren't too worried about that. They know they weren't going to get 4 goals back. Even if we'd have seen some of the lengthier amounts that we're getting used to seeing these days. And United, they will be more than happy with their day's work. I'm sure Mary Earps and that settled back line, or say settled, they've had to adjust obviously over the last week to the loss of Gabby George. They'll be keen, certainly, to ensure there's a clean sheet. Miyazawa to Garcia. Garcia drags it back towards Miyazawa. Didn't quite get the direction right on that pullback. Evans to Garcia. Returns it to Evans. Hangs it up at the far post. It's just over the head of Paris. It would be a first clean sheet of the season for Manchester United. 2-1 win over Villa, 2-2 draw with Arsenal, 1-1 draw against PSG in the first leg, a 1-1 draw with Leicester, and then that 3-1 defeat to the French side. Miyazawa chips it over Brosnan. Brosnan got hands to it once more. Fine save. And the rebound, Miyazawa pokes wide. Well, it was a really good save that from Brosnan, and Bjorn got back to prevent Garcia knocking it into an open net. And Miyazawa couldn't follow up. Good stop from Courtney Brosnan to prevent the scoreline getting even more depressing from an Everton perspective. Evans with the long throw. Williams heads it on to Guerrero, who chips it through the middle. Paris brings it down really well and definitely lobs it over Brosnan. That is a sensational 5th goal for Manchester United. She's accidentally caught Brosnan in the process. Here's hoping the Everton goalkeeper's okay. Paris has gone down in pain too. But that was really good build-up play from Manchester United. And such a smooth finish from Nikita Paris. Lovely ball through from Guerrero. Paris took it down on her chest beautifully and then just dinked it over the top of Brosnan. For what is now an 8th goal in 9 WSL matches against Everton. Well, they will be so happy to see the back of her when the full-time whistle goes. Luckily, she's back on her feet, as is Courtney Brosnan. 2 goals for Nikita Paris this afternoon. 2 goals for Rachel Williams. It was Melvin Mallard who got the goal avalanche flowing way back in the 14th minute. It certainly hasn't always looked like a 5-0 game. 3 of the goals coming in the last 20 minutes. As Mark Skinner high-fives Nikita Paris, and she is replaced for these closing seconds by Lisa Nalsund, who scored against PSG on Wednesday, but wasn't in the starting lineup this afternoon, the Norwegian international. Signed back in January, did Lisa Nalsund, after 4 years in Norway with SK Brann. Here's the Dane Ullison.